One client brief can become 9 ad creatives. 9 unrelated pictures are not a campaign. A local business is not buying AI art. It is buying one controlled batch around one clear offer. If your past image generations looked inconsistent, that does not mean you lack design sense. The workflow gave the model too many decisions. By the end, you will have a repeatable system for building 3 visual variants in 3 useful placements. That creates 9 clear deliverables from 1 approved brief. You will know what to collect, prompt, edit, and check. That makes the files easier to produce and approve. You can use the same workflow with any local business offer. Before we build it, like this video and subscribe to Smart AI Operators. Then download the 72-hour traction playbook from the description or pinned comment. It gives you the exact posts, messages, and follow-up moves for attracting local businesses. No ads, cold calls, or chasing anyone down. It is for operators who would rather be found than chase prospects. I'm Tom Gaddis, and Smart AI, Operators turns practical AI workflows into useful local business services. We do it without hype, cold calling, or unnecessary complexity. Most people start with the image prompt. That is why the work drifts. They describe a smiling contractor, a clean kitchen, or a dramatic before and after scene. Then they repeat the prompt and hope the next image matches. It fails because the model has no fixed campaign decision to protect. The result is prompt roulette. The logo moves. The lighting changes. The customer changes. The offer becomes vague. The files may look polished, but they do not speak with one brand voice. That is not a talent problem. It is a missing control system. I call the replacement the 1 brief, 9 creative batch. The math is simple. 1 approved campaign brief creates 3 controlled visual variants. Each variant becomes square feed, vertical feed, and full screen story versions. 3 times 3 gives you 9 purposeful files. Start with a client intake folder. Collect the logo, brand colors, approved fonts, website link, and current offer. Ask for 3 real photos they already like. Get the exact service area and the action they want viewers to take. Also collect prohibited claims, words, images, and competitor styles they never want copied. Do not skip the prohibited list. A model can create something attractive that the owner would never approve. A dentist may reject clinical close-ups. A roofer may avoid storm damage fear. A restaurant may refuse stock-looking food. Good creative starts by defining what the brand will not say, not only what it wants to say. Create a dedicated project in ChatGPT for that client. Upload the approved references and add the brand rules as project instructions. Keep the campaign conversation inside that project. This keeps the reusable files, instructions, and decisions in one workspace. Now create the campaign brief before generating anything. Use this prompt. Act as an ad creative director for a local business. Use only the uploaded brand files and approved claims. Create 1 campaign brief with the customer moment, offer, action, visual idea, brand rules, and exclusions. Flag any missing fact instead of inventing it. Then add 1 more instruction. Choose a single customer moment that works without the caption. For a hypothetical garage door company, show a homeowner facing a door stuck halfway open. That is an illustration, not a claimed client result. The visual should make the problem recognizable before the headline explains the offer. Review the brief with the owner before you create the batch. Approval here is cheaper than revisions across 9 finished files. Confirm the offer wording, the call to action, and the visual direction. Make the mistake while it is still cheap. That is one reason this system feels professional instead of improvised. Next, generate the first visual in ChatGPT Images. Upload a real reference photo when available. Ask for a text-free image because final typography is easier to control in a design tool. Specify the subject, setting, camera distance, lighting, brand colors, and headline space. Do not write a poetic prompt. Write a production instruction. Keep the existing garage door design. Show 1 homeowner at driveway distance. Use early morning light. Leave clean negative space in the upper left. Avoid emergency imagery, exaggerated damage, extra logos, and visible text. Focus on the fundamentals. Specific constraints beat decorative language. Once the first visual is approved, create 2 more variants through editing, not fresh invention. For variant 2, keep the property and colors but move closer to the mechanical detail. For variant 3, keep the same brand mood but show the clean, completed exterior. Change one major variable at a time so the campaign still looks related. ChatGPT Images can edit an uploaded image or a generated image. You can describe the change directly or select the area you want adjusted. It can also regenerate into a different aspect ratio. Use those editing controls to preserve the subject and mood instead of rebuilding every version from zero. Now move the 3 approved visuals into Canva or your normal design tool. Apply the client's logo, colors, and fonts through BrandKit when the account includes it. Otherwise, lock the same elements manually. Use 1 logo position, 2 type sizes, and 1 call to action treatment across the entire batch. Build 3 layouts from each visual. Use 1 by 1 for a square feed option. Use 4 by 5 for a taller feed option. Use 9 by 16 for stories and reels. Meta recommends 1 by 1 or 4 by 5 photos for feeds. Use 9 by 16 for stories and reels placements. Do not merely stretch the canvas. Recompose it. The focal point must remain obvious. The headline must stay away from interface controls. The logo cannot become the largest object. Meta also advises a single focal point and less text on photo ads. That gives you a useful design rule, not just a platform specification. Give each visual variant one job. Variant 1 leads with the customer moment. Variant 2 leads with the service detail. Variant 3 leads with the desired finished state. Keep the offer and call to action consistent. Now the client can compare creative angles without changing every variable at once. Name the files so the owner and media buyer understand the test. Use campaign, variant, placement, and version. For example, spring tune-up, customer moment, vertical feed, version 1. Avoid names like final, final 2, and final, really final. A clean handoff is part of the service. Before delivery, run 6 checks. Is every claim approved? Does every file match the brief? Is there one obvious focal point? Can the headline be read at phone size? Is the call to action identical across the batch? Is each placement composed, not cropped? Fix every no before the client sees it. The loudest objection is that you are not a designer. Look at what the system actually asks you to do. You collect references, control the brief, approve one direction, edit controlled variants, and apply fixed layout rules. You are not inventing taste from nothing. You are managing decisions in the right order. You are also not promising that these ads will produce a particular result. Creative performance also depends on the offer, audience, placement, budget, and setup. Your deliverable is the organized system and 9 production-ready files. That is useful without pretending the image controls the outcome. Fundamentals done well and consistently that produces success. Here, the fundamentals are 1 brief, controlled variation, placement-specific composition, and a clean approval trail. Stop selling random AI images. Sell a repeatable batch that helps a local business test one offer. Keep the brand consistent, even when the prompt changes. Now, how do we take this information and turn it into monthly paying clients? The standard approach is volume. Cold outreach, cold email, cold DMs, cold calling. I've tried all of these, and frankly, they suck. None of them made me feel good about what I was doing. For a long time, I thought that was me. I thought I just wasn't good enough at this. But it turns out these are the worst possible things you could be doing. Because not only do you sound needy, which turns off your prospects immediately, you also sound exactly like everyone else out there. Same message, same inbox, same day. So let me show you a different approach. What if you could have businesses reaching out to you? Like this. These are real results. And they happened with no cold outreach and no expensive ads. Here's the one thing they all have in common. They stopped selling AI, but are these just freebie-seeking looky-loos? Or are they ready to buy? Here's Sarah. Over 60 local businesses in her inbox. She reached out to exactly one of them and offered her $249 founding member package. He was in immediately. Then on the audit call, he asked what else she could help him with. That one lead turned into a $4,200 deal. And Sarah was paid to be on the call where he bought more services. Chris, $2,000 setup fee plus $297 a month. Bam, first client ever. $500 setup fee, $650 a month, paid in advance. $3,900. No ads, no cold email, no chasing anybody down. They led with something people actually wanted. The trust was already there, and the buyers came to them. Now let me show you how to do it too. I call this the local groups method. And it works in local Facebook groups, on Reddit, on Nextdoor, and on Alignable. It's only 3 simple steps. Step 1, we find the local groups. These are the communities where the people in your town are already hanging out and talking to each other every single day. On Facebook, you search your area plus local business groups. So, Tampa, local business groups. Phoenix, local business groups. Whatever your city is. And if you want to niche down, say you're going after home services, you just search something like Las Vegas home service business groups, and you'll see groups like this. Look at these numbers. 7,000 members, 26,000, 23,000, 10,000. Add up just the groups on this one screen, and you are looking at tens of thousands of local business owners, all in one place, all reachable, for free. That's your market, and you don't have to build. It already exists. Step 2, we make one simple post. And I want to be really clear here, because this is where people get it wrong. This is not a pitch. It's just an invitation. Here's the post. Notice what's not in there. No services, no pricing, no book a call with me. You're not asking for anything. You're offering something. And what are we giving away? A free listing on a local directory site, like this one. You can see it's customized to a local area. You can also create a site around a specific niche, like home services. It has dynamic search so people can find businesses. Businesses can post deals. There's local events, local news, etc. Normally, it would take you weeks to months to set something like this up. But with my Smart Directory AI software, you can do it in an afternoon. I don't have time to go through it all in this video. So go to smartdirectory.ai to see how it works and get started for free. Again, the whole ask is, I'm building a hub for local businesses in our area, and I would love to give you a free listing on it. Nobody has to think hard about it. Nobody has to spend $1. Nobody has to get on a call. The bar to say yes is on the floor, which is exactly why so many people say yes. Step 3, we respond to the comments. And here's the key to this whole thing. We are not trying to sell anybody anything. We're just showing up and providing value. When someone responds, we create their free listing. Then we make them a special offer to upgrade that listing. That offer includes an online visibility marketing report, a $99 value. Replies written to every one of their old reviews, a $199 value. 60-second promotional video, $299 value. A custom AI agent for their listing, $599 value. Plus all of the advanced directory features. And they get it all at 70% off. The directory coupon feature makes it super easy. Now think about what just happened. Even if they never get a single call from that directory, you delivered high value. You gave them a report they didn't have, review replies they never wrote, a video they didn't own, and an AI agent working for them around the clock. You're not a stranger with a pitch anymore. You're the person who already helped them. So here's how we sell our AI services now that we're in. We ask them to hop on a quick call to go over the deliverables. That's the whole reason for the call. Reviewing the work we already did for them. We walk through all deliverables. We ask if they need any edits. And right there, before we've asked for a single dollar, we're building value and trust. Then we get to the report. And we say something like, and now, let's take a look at your online visibility report so we can see how you're doing. We walk through what's working. We walk through what's broke. And then we ask one question. Do you have someone that can help you fix these things? That's the pitch. If you can even call it a pitch. One question. Because at that point, they're not being sold. They're asking. And there's no version of this where you're the needy one. Because remember, every call you were paid to be on, no hard selling, only value. That's the big picture view of the process. Find the groups, make one post, deliver real value, and let prospects come to you. If you want the step-by-step with templates, scripts, and AI prompts, all you have to do is comment traction. I'll send you the 72-hour playbook with everything you need to put this into action right now. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, stay safe and stay smart.